Hey there, good people, it's your Crippled Critic, and this week I want to talk about the game Gods of Rome. I don't normally review mobile games on this channel. In fact, I think I've only reviewed two other ones, but I don't know. Gods of Rome has that extra something, keeps me fixated and engaged, enough to keep me coming back for more. Gods of Rome is a fighting game published and developed by Gameloft Studios for PC and mobile devices. I'm playing on PC, and I use the mouse to swipe and tap to fight. As far as accessibility goes, Gods of Rome can be played with just a mouse, and even with just one hand, so disabled gamers with fine motor skill impairments shouldn't have much trouble. Everything from fighting, scrolling through text, and accessing menus can be done with a mouse. Colorblind players should take note that the rage meter at the bottom of the screen does change color as the Ultra gets ready to be used. The weakest Ultra is green, the middle Ultra is yellow, and the strongest Ultra is red. However, the rage meter also has an avatar, which looks like a fighter that changes shape. He flexes his muscles and gets more angry as the rage meter fills up. So the player has multiple ways to understand what's happening on screen. Speaking of, there are multiple ways for players to adjust the game screen by going to the options menu. Disabled gamers with cognitive disabilities should be aware that the game has many tips and reminders, and they include areas like every loading screen and in the main menu. These reminders can be turned off in the options menu at any time, outside of battle at least, and in order to get to the options menu, all you need to do is click on the silver tab on the far left side of the screen. There's no audible dialogue in Gods of Rome, so deaf players shouldn't have any trouble understanding the story. Nothing about the soundtrack is required to progress through the game, and any signifying audio is also accompanied by a visual icon. Gamers can adjust the individual sound levels for music and sound effects in the options menu. Dialogue has fairly dark, large font on a nice white background, but there isn't any way to enlarge the font. So the basic story of the game is an illegitimate child of Hades named Tenebris wants to take over everything. Yeah, for once it's not a child of Zeus. Tenebris then uses an ancient power called the Chaos Vessel in order to summon gods, turn them to his side, and make you fight a ton of other deities in order to get to him. You'll fight gods in a 4x story mode, fight other players in PvP matches, and you'll collect gods from a variety of different mythologies. Yeah, you'll probably notice that even though the game is called Gods of Rome, there's a lot of other kind of gods too. That's one of the things I love is just how the game makes different interpretations of gods from all around the world. Greek gods, African gods, Chinese gods, gods from Norse mythology, you name it. There are plenty of gods of Rome as well, like Mercury, Vulcan, and Hercules, because technically he's not Heracles. Well, combat is fairly simple and easy to master quickly. There's three different kinds of attacks: light, medium, and heavy attacks. To perform a light attack, you just tap on the right side of the screen. Medium attacks are also dash attacks, which you would need to swipe either left or right on the screen. And to perform a heavy attack, you just tap and hold anywhere on the screen. You can block by tapping and holding on the left side of the screen, and you can also jump back or evade by swiping on either the right or left side of the screen. In my experience, I'd say you could get by just doing attacks if you're just doing story matches, but if you do any PvP matches against other players, blocking and evading is definitely required. There's also special attacks, or ultras, you can do, which are instant, more powerful cinematic attacks. It works in conjunction with the rage meter, which is this bar at the bottom left hand side of the screen. It fills up as you take damage or inflict damage. Each fighter has the potential to have passive and permanent abilities, which can give them unique buffs or even inflict status effects on other fighters. Not every fighter has a third tier ultra depending on their rank, but if you can unlock their third tier ultra, it's really powerful and unblockable. There's also fighter classes like gods, demigods, ancients, monsters, and heroes. Every class has a type advantage over another. Not every type advantage makes a ton of sense, but they're pretty easy to memorize either way. Playing Gods of Rome, you'll spend most of your time fighting, but also you'll be completing dailies, collecting nectar from special events to rank up your fighters, and winning rewards from personal alliances. I will say that the game has some audio bugs occasionally, and it will crash sometimes, but no more than most other mobile games I've played. Also, there's a way to get random items by listening to the Oracle, which is essentially just watching a 30-second ad to get items. I remember seeing this once before in the mobile game Pocket Morty, and I really enjoyed it because it didn't litter the entire menu and game screen with ads. It kept it to one area, and it's optional. As far as I can tell, it's sort of up in the air whether the company will continue to update this game. Gods of Rome technically came out in 2015, but then they re-released it with new content and new fighters in 2021. But the online servers are still running, and the fighters page has a coming soon label, implying that there'll be new fighters added later. So I hope the developers aren't done with this game yet. If I had one or two gripes, it would just be that the game doesn't offer much after level 35, which is kind of disappointing since the level cap is literally 70. I also think if they did add other things, I would want the ability to fight with your friends, like directly, and if they added some unlockable skins for your fighters, it would guarantee players to play even more, and including me. Well, I've had lots of fun playing Gods of Rome for many hours, and whether it be the visuals, combat, or just the fact that you can collect swole fighters that beat each other up, I'm glad I gave it a chance. I'm technically playing Gods of Rome on BlueStacks, an emulator to play mobile games on PC. If anyone wants help installing BlueStacks or like a video showing you how to do it, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll give it a shot. It really wasn't that hard to do with the newest update of BlueStacks. So, there you go, guys. What do you think of Gods of Rome? Do you guys play mobile games like this? And if you do play Gods of Rome and you want to join my alliance, let me know and send a message in the comment section down below. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I will see you later.